Welcome to Lawyer Happiness is Not an Oxymoron. What lawyers need for a fulfilling, supportive legal practice. My name is Alyssa Johnson. I am a consultant and a lawyer, and I am your teacher today. A little bit about me before we move into the content. I graduated from Indiana University in 2001 and the University of Maryland School of Law in 2004. I practiced law in D.C., including Homeland Security, mortgage banking and brokering, and litigation. I left D.C. in 2013 and started learning about psychology, productivity, and brain functioning, and now I provide trainings and coaching to attorneys to help them find greater balance with work through trauma-informed tools, productivity tools, and well-being tools. For a roadmap of today's content, we are going to start by defining lawyer well-being. We'll then look at substance use and mental health issues among lawyers. We'll discuss the ethical reasons for maintaining well-being, and then we're going to talk about what makes lawyers happy, what do lawyers want, and pleasure and the brain. In terms of learning objectives, we're going to discuss the ethical obligations implicated in maintaining lawyer well-being. We will review best practices for wellness programs and what lawyers need to feel supported, and we'll identify what makes lawyers happy, the neuroscience of pleasure, and how to access pleasure chemicals in our bodies. So let's look first at what lawyer well-being is. The National Task Force on Lawyer Well-being was created in 2016 in response to a survey that was done in 2015, that was released in 2016, about substance use and mental health issues in the legal profession. This task force defined lawyer well-being as a continuous process in which lawyers strive for thriving in each dimension of their lives. And this task force identified 6 different dimensions. One is occupational, and this is about cultivating personal satisfaction, growth, and enrichment in work. Then there's also intellectual well-being, and this is really engaging in continuous learning and the pursuit of creative or intellectually challenging activities that really engage us. We also have spiritual well-being, and this is really developing a sense of purpose and meaningfulness in life. There's also physical well-being, which is taking care of our body and our body's needs, eating the right foods, getting exercise, and getting help when our bodies need help. We have social well-being, and this is really feeling belonged and part of communities and the different groups that we are a part of. And then finally, emotional well-being. And this is really the ability to recognize and feel our feelings, to regulate our emotions when we become dysregulated, and to seek help when we need help with our overwhelming feelings. Now, there is a 7th dimension called cultural well-being, and this one was not utilized by the task force, but I recently learned this from someone else, and so I have included it in this. And it is engaging in practices, customs, foods, arts, languages, and learning from your own and or the cultures of others. This 7th dimension of cultural well-being is utilized by the Oregon Attorney Assistance Program, the British Columbia Lawyer Assistance Program, and perhaps other organizations. So let's turn and look at the prevalence of substance use and other mental health concerns among American attorneys. And as I mentioned before, this was a 2015 study that was conducted in partnership between the Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation and the ABA Commission on Lawyer Assistance Programs. In terms of survey results, there were 12,825 licensed employed attorneys who were surveyed. And what they did is the surveyors looked at a number of different things within the legal profession and amongst lawyers. And one of them was problematic drinking. This is also known as alcohol abuse or alcohol misuse. Problematic drinking is a pattern of alcohol use that results in negative consequences, such as relationship issues or arrests for DUIs. 6.4% of the general population suffers from problematic drinking. However, 20.6% of attorneys in the survey screened positive for problematic drinking. This is 1 out of 5 attorneys. 32% of attorneys under the age of 30 in the survey screened positive for problematic drinking. This is almost 1 out of 3 attorneys under the age of 30. The survey also looked at depression. In 2017, 7.1% of the general population 18 years and older had a major depressive episode. However, 38% of the lawyers in the survey experienced symptoms of depression. Rates decreased as age increased. Here, junior positions correlated with higher rates of depression, which was similar to problematic drinking, where we saw more junior attorneys had higher rates of problematic drinking than more senior attorneys.